Welcome back, Toxic Gamers. This is your friendly neighborhood GM, Freaky, aka Ron. So last we left our adventurers, because they're not heroes yet, if they ever will be. They just got out of the Vale, and they were called out and brought into the real world. I know there's a lot going on here, and I don't have a lot of distinguishing marks, but these are our adventurers here, which you were closer over here, you were over here, and you were kind of close.
Yeah.
These five over here,
Not a snack.
these five over here were just brought into the fray. These are the important ones, and I'll be moving them accordingly. All these other black tokens, which we'll actually go ahead and flip them over if you guys wouldn't mind helping me. This way we can distinguish that these are just random NPC people of the town.
Snaps.
These five are important. I know you can't really see it too well on your screen, but it makes a difference. So, they weren't bunched up like that, girl.
No, they were in a triangle formation.
Just trying to put them
Gotcha.
back.
Like in a fancy formation.
Anyways, alright, so last we left off, you got a fancy little western call. Hey, you youngins, I ain't seen you around these parts, and we didn't get any report from the gate guards. And as you turn around to see behind you, as described last time, is essentially Erron Bla walking up with
Without
one
it
hand.
actually being Erron Bla.
Yeah, because that's trademark.
Edit this out.
He just looks like Erron Bla.
We don't condone any trademark infringements. We are
No, this is
just trying to give it a best description of the person that we're looking at. So to give you a better visualization of
He
who
looks
we
like
got here.
fucking Erron Bla.
Yeah, he looks like. Doesn't mean he is. But he comes walking up with one hand on a pistol that's still holstered on his left side, and he's kind of doing a little pistol twirl on his right hand. And as all three of you turn around and he finishes his sentence, he holsters the other one. And again, behind him, you see the five bounties as you know them. And again, Michael, you knew
I knew somebody in it.
You knew one of them because you knew of one of them because you've seen their wanted poster.
Okay.
As well as Drac Farmar knows one of them because he's seen a wanted poster in his city. You knew Nordava the Hidden. And you knew, was it Zazala? Yeah, Zazala the Glare. But they kind of walk up and they continue to kind of fan outward, except for one stays fairly close to Erron. Or wow.
Oh my, look at you.
Yeah, I'm falling for my own trap. But the one stays close to as you know him, Halfcock.
Okay.
So
Only half a cock.
it's not half.
Half the.
Oh, I know.
Half
Yeah,
with the
he-
TH.
Are you sure you know?
Yeah, he knows half a cock.
Or do you wish it was half a cock? Mmm.
Only a chub, guys.
Oh,
Only a
God.
chub.
Chuck eat anything.
There's a fun reference to the sheriff here that goes out to a bunch of military members if you guys pick up the drift. But anyways, it's on you guys. So they continue to fan out kind of in a surrounding motion. So what are you guys gonna do?
I recommend we stay together. We were all in that weird realm. Why not?
I'm going to... I hate saying it, but I'm going to have to agree with the satyr. I say that we should stick close together, and we should... I want to take a less of a defensive approach at this, and I want to go... I want to be a little bit more friendlier to these guys, not for the sake of being friendly, but for the sake of being cordial.
How about you, Snack?
I'm just gonna
And to
stay
not
right over
create a
here
scene.
behind our edgelord with the stick up his ass.
And I'm going to do it as to not create a scene.
Oh, I'm gonna create a scene.
Oh no.
Where can I get some fucking food?
Of course you want food.
Of course I want food. I'm starving. I was in that weird-ass place. No doors are able to be kicked down. Birdman wouldn't have me. I'm starving.
And you couldn't eat your quote-unquote snack.
So
If I'm hungry.
So aside from Sabashi, you're both standing still?
Where's the nearest diner? I asked the first NPC that I come in contact with, which
No,
is probably Hatman.
I was going to say...
So you're basically asking him where you
Yeah,
can
I'm
get
asking Cowboy Guy, where can I get some food?
Well, you know, they serve plenty of grub in the jailhouse to people who don't come in here properly. Someone who's trying to sneak into our city and cause trouble tend to find their way there real quick.
We were not sneaking. I teleported here.
food. Yeah, we just kind of got thrown here.
I'm gonna speak for these guys. They're tired. We've been traveling a long distance, you know, and I see that you have a, you know, you guys are feeling uneasy about us, and I completely understand where you're coming from. What do we need to do to, you know, square everything away? We didn't mean to seem like we were sneaking in. Where do we have to go to do things proper?
Are you surrounding us?
We have 3 potential hostiles in our little city here. We make a point of keeping things nice and orderly.
Well, I will speak for the little group that we are at this moment. You know, I'm a law-abiding citizen, and I'll do what I must.
Hard fucking lie. Hard fucking lie. Sorry. To you toxic gamers. So I come from a group where we always had to do timeout to speak out of character. So if I do this, understand it's just a habit of me. I'm going to try and not make y'all do that just because it actually throws a lot of wrenches into plans. But, so if you see this, understand, no one in the game is saying that.
Well, I am a paladin, and I uphold the law.
You are digging yourself a deeper hole. Just stop.
Since I started this, my bad. I'm just fucking starving.
So
Yes, we understand that you are
State
starving.
your names, business in our town, and where you came from.
I look at you and I just go, well, what's our business? I mean,
I would rather not explain where I'm from, but I will explain that I am
Party foul.
I'm here looking for some people, not to stir up some trouble. Mostly just passing through.
I am also crouching behind the little one.
You walked away? Oh, you good? You walked away.
Oh God, why?
They're getting so close. I'm hiding behind the little one, and I'm
You
so
can't-
huge.
You cannot hide behind me. I am half your
Literally,
size.
with you standing, I'm probably still taller than you. Just
Even
like
you
over.
crouching down, I'm probably
No,
What are
still
you
taller.
doing?
Before you go. Because at this point... Yeah.
What?
I'm just
If
gonna
I get shot,
like,
you have armor. You take it.
just like kind of peeking out behind.
And then I'm crouched behind you.
So you're basically hiding behind him then.
Yes.
Oh, thank God one of them actually recognized you. I can't believe that one failed. So, the assistant here, the one who seems to be standing right by Hadcock's side, that would be Zazala, the Glare. So, Zazala is very, very recognizable. She's the one that always has a mask on.
I thought you were about to say she has a beard.
That's what I was
Well, I
expecting
mean,
when you
She's very recognizable.
Beard.
She's Azala the Bearded.
Glorious bearded, maybe. No, she has a very, it's a mask, and it's a mask that actually depicts being a sun warrior of some kind. Or at least so the markings make it seem to believe. Because these guys are actually starting to really look like they have contempt in mind. There's because you guys are not complying. You straight up told him you'd rather not disclose what you're doing here. And he's been speaking for the party.
I seriously backed down into submissive form.
Yeah.
Yes,
What more do
basically
you-
allowing
here's the thing. Backing down but not answering the questions. A part of the entrance right into the city is stating who you are, where you're coming from, and why you're in the city.
I was
It's essentially a
coming
TSA
from
agent.
south, right?
Yes, you were coming from
Alright,
the
fine.
south. But no. Because something just happened.
Oh, God.
Something that's beneficial.
Oh,
But Hadcock failed his perception check.
Oh god.
How does
Did he roll a 1?
Yeah.
Oh my
This
god.
was Hadcock. This was Zazala.
Was it a perception check? To
He rolled a
recognize,
dust.
essentially?
He's like,
It was a perception check to recognize you because
The fuck?
you've been hiding behind the Dragonborn. And
And
you're
I-
small enough.
And I peeked out.
Well, you're within eye shot, essentially. So Hadcock's close enough
While
to
you
finally
were
see you.
also moving stuff, I was just like, I'm gonna peek out here a little bit.
Right. So, but yeah, so Hadcock was doing a little perception check because he saw someone poke out. Zazala did a perception check for the same reason, and then we'll say this one over here. That was the Triton. I just can't remember his name. Where is he? Prilius. There we go. That's Prilius over there. So I'll have to find a way to make them actually distinguishable for you. But they all did perception checks because there's this really tiny person here, and they also need to get a good gauge as to what the group they're working with is. But to finish the background here, he's been talking for you, and he doesn't want to disclaim why he's here. It's essentially a TSA stop. Business or pleasure? Pleasure? Cool. Just don't start any trouble. Business?
He would
What's the
be
business?
pleasure. He would be business. I don't know what mine would be.
You'd be pleasure.
Can
You're
I-
just traveling.
Yeah.
No, because at this point, what winds up happening is that they all did a perception check, and Zazala kind of taps Hathcock on his shoulder, and he kind of leans in, and she speaks just above a whisper. You can't really make it out unless perception check.
Alright.
I want to roll for perception.
So that's what I'm telling you to do.
This
All of
one,
us?
right?
Yeah.
The 20 side. 16. 6.
All right. So what's your perception? You don't have any perception skills, right?
No.
I think basically I'm the only one that
I only have
that's high enough
persuasion.
perception to
Yeah.
hear.
So you hear it, but she leans in and kind of gives a whisper. I believe that's Aiden's pet. That's what she calls you. I believe it's Aiden's pet.
Throw me.
When we went to go recruit him.
I'm not a pet.
Oh, you say that?
Yes.
Okay.
Just loud enough for them to hear
Just
me.
like little.
To know that I heard them.
Is that little Sabishi over there?
Yes.
Oh goodness, girl. Why did you just say so? I ain't seen you in a long time. What's it been? 8, 10 years?
Something like that. I can
Right.
tell you right now, these two big buffoons are not going to cause any harm.
You're not you sure about that.
He might try to eat someone, but...
No, don't say that. Don't
Sorry.
say that. No.
And he just has a stick up his ass.
Who are you two?
Well, by the way, I put my hands on her shoulders, huge meat hands, and I go over and go, well, I'm a satyr, and I'm looking for some fucking food. And back under.
At this point, you actually,
I don't know why is this bitch closer to me. I'm gonna have to eat. Oh no, no touch.
Okay.
I am a,
Hold on. So, because the moment you sat there and put your hands on Sabishi, Prilius didn't know whether or not you were going to do something because she is obviously recognized. There must be a reason behind it. So you start feeling a little bit of electricity in the air. You
Basically, they're
take a
taking
little.
up defensive.
They think
because
you're
they
gonna
know
hurt
me
her.
and they don't
Yeah.
know you.
So for a split second, while you were giving your like, oh well, I'm a satyr, which by the way, you didn't give your name.
Oh, I'm Chuck.
But while you're sitting there telling him, well, I'm a satyr, you feel a little zap. You take one point of damage. We'll just say you take 1 point of damage. Unless you act on it, then that's all it has to be.
Can you?
No, it's not blockable.
I guess I take.
It's kind of like static in the air, kind
Mm-hmm. There's a reason for it.
Ow.
It's enough that you notice it.
I am a paladin from Heliod's army. And I'm taking a missions trip to view the surrounding areas. I mean no harm to anybody. I'm at this town to take a rest and get some food and grab some supplies to continue on my journey.
You're so fucking lucky.
Where were the other satyrs heading? Was it
Actually,
west?
no, scratch that. I need you to roll a performance check to match that. Because given the fact that Zazala, damn it,
The one time I can roll! But don't let it be a perception check.
Oh, yes.
Because here's the thing. What you just told was a fat fucking lie. Zazala, you know Zazala is from Heliod's army.
We're breaking meta.
We are.
That's not.
Mr. Law
That's
over
not.
here.
That's not their concern. But I'm not lying. I'm just not saying the whole truth. I am part of Heliod's army. Former, but I am part of Heliod's army.
I want to paint this picture that you just escaped. And now, granted, you escaped it by a wide fucking margin. But you gotta bear in mind, Zazala, and you know Zazala is from Heliod's army, given that you've seen her posters.
Mm-hmm.
You know Zazala was from Heliod's army. A very high-ranking paladin in Heliod's army.
I am a paladin.
So, the fact that... Oh, actually... Oh, no.
I am a paladin.
She would still have a check on one thing. Because what she did was a sense motive.
Sense makes?
No, what she did was a sense motive to see if you were lying. 8 general perception, and you're standing in front. She looks you obviously don't see her eyes, but you see her head kind of up and down on you.
Can I help you?
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, you like what you see, Mitch.
That'd be what you would
She
say.
stays quiet for now. She stays quiet for now, but she's eyeballing you pretty hard, namely in the torso. So,
What the fuck was that?
because
Something to do with the armor.
I'm not wearing the right armor for for Heliod's army.
yeah, because you know what's funny is that she still has a pauldron, which is it's worn over her cloak, but she still has a shoulder pauldron
And
that has
my
Heliod's
armor I'm wearing a pitch black
That
armor.
that has a
That has
big white fucking rose on it.
with
How did you bullshit with
Five-
that kind of armor? So
with 5.
Is she blind?
Well, no.
She's wearing a mask.
I'm wearing this armor so that I do not
and-
bring attention to
here's-
myself.
Here's the thing, because he's not wrong. He did tell the truth. Her sense motive wasn't able to tell how much of a lie it was, because he is from Heliod's army, and he is here for business, kind of gathering information on the land.
Okay.
I can't go into too much as to how much of the lie she isn't able to pick up on, but the simple fact of the matter is the perception check shows him in a black armor. Heliod is either a rustic steel or a shiny chrome armor with a spear on it, whereas instead of a spear, he has a big ass rose on his with
And
5 thorns.
let me continue to settle the ease. I'm looking for a creature that was capable of doing such damage to my best friend's armor, and I will present the helmet of my friend who was a part of the Heliod's army's Wyvern Riding Scout Group.
You present it.
I will present it as proof of my purpose here.
Well, now I'm not gonna do what I was gonna do now. Fuck my life.
Oh, I so wish I knew what that was. Anyways, he takes your helmet. They still continue in their formation. But he looks it over. What makes you think that some creature in this area would be capable of taking out an experimental soldier?
The wyvern rider that was able to come back alive flew from this direction. I'm just trying to gather information for personal reasons on my mission trip. To understand what could do such a thing to a pack of wyvern riders. Such a power could be dangerous to my god.
Nature, intelligence, strength, that's one of his highest stats. Wow. He is dumber than brick from bag of bricks right now.
Oh my god. What did it?
He got,
It's a 2!
he got a natural 1 on his perception for you, and now he's getting a 2 on a knowledge nature check, trying to figure out. Oh, wyvern! He would see a wyvern flying through the sky to know that this guy's full of shit.
Toenails.
Oh my
Man,
god.
Chuck feels smart. Just listen to this
Hadcock
dumbass.
did not get enough sleep last night.
Did he get like
It's a
hit in
cool
the
fight.
head? There's a concussion?
Do something now.
I smell toenails.
Oh, God.
Well,
'Cause this might be
son,
missing.
I don't have any knowledge for you, but so long as y'all ain't in here causing trouble, and so long as Sabishi can vouch for you, then you can stay and continue to
Please
collect
vouch.
information.
Understood.
Understand one more thing, lad. I may have a couple questions coming my way for how you three got into our little slice of heaven without anyone noticing.
Well, if you wouldn't mind pointing us toward the closest tavern so we can feed this thing.
I'm starving.
And from behind you, you hear the cloaked figure that is still. It's actually been long enough that he starts having like little black clouds kind of forming around him, because he's that laser focused on you. But you hear him say, "People aren't on the menu in this area, but if you play your hand right, Satyr might be."
I do a big smile and say, I understand.
I'll make sure he doesn't eat any people.
And then Nordava, which would be this one over here, for the sake of this. Nordava takes her little walking cane, because she has a walking stick. She points to this building behind her and says, "If it's food you're looking for, you'll find it in there." And that's it. At that point, Hadcock kind of steps off to the side, gives you a big hug, and says, "There's a building slightly north and northwest. It's around the corner of the city. That's where he is. That's where his office is essentially. He'd love to catch up. He wants to find out how Aiden's doing. And just don't be a stranger. You're always welcome in this city." And he goes to walk off, and he nonchalantly, not like being disrespectful, but also not being very cautious, just kind of like flimsily hands you that helmet back. It's kind of one of those moments where it's like, you better take it from my hand, otherwise it is going to hit the ground kind of moments. So he goes to walk off. All 5 of these ones go to walk off in this direction until they are out of sight. They go to continue their patrols essentially. Nope.
No?
Put that one back.
So just this one?
Yep.
Okay.
So she stays fairly local, and she goes and finds her a nice little bench to sit on in here.
Which one is that?
That is Nordava, the one that pointed you to the tap.
Was she the one that electrocuted him?
No, Prylius electrocuted him. Nordava is the one with the walking stick who pointed you three to the tavern for food. It's also a great place to get information because bartenders know everything in tabletop MMOs, in tabletop RPGs rather.
All right. Then I would like us
Because
to make
this is
Damn.
absolutely an online game. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
100% online. Are you online?
Oh yeah, I'm online. I'm
You
plugged
online?
in. Oh
I'm
yeah.
online.
So,
Ethernet cord all the way.
beam me up,
Oh,
Scotty.
my.
Alright, well I stand up. Let's go to a tavern. I'm starved.
Just
So
don't eat any
you
people
go-
in here.
I will try not to eat people.
so you
Even
are
though they
following.
Following
look
closely behind
delicious.
him.
I'm gonna follow, but slowly behind.
So we'll say you're a good like 15 paces behind. But all in all, you guys get into the tavern.